Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Card Chaos. G'day, Rob. How are you? I'm back.
I'm really good. I'm very, very good.
Did you miss me?
Who's Card Chaos brought to us by?
PSG.CARDS. PSG.CARDS. The Yard Brew House. Look at this.
The official beer.
Co. And Meteorate Sports.
Some great stuff happening
I'm back.
there.
I know. I've got my PSG hat on. That's how committed I am
look at our run, if you look at our run sheet, it says Jez and Pugs have disappeared. Ha, 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 ha. But Brett is back.
I think you did one too many ha's.
Yeah, probably.
But we've got a guest.
We do have a guest.
We have a special guest that's normally giving us shit on the other side of the...
I know. This is so exciting.
Of the walkie-talkie thing. What's this thing called? A phone. And, yeah, it should be interesting. Liam Gazzard, g'day, mate. Aussie hoop collector hoop dreams. And T Dobbo, local card shops, just joined. Mate, who's joining us?
Who's joining us? Well, he's
What
called...
do people know him as?
They know him as...
That card guy.
That card guy 98 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They know him as the Zara Canfield collector.
Yes.
They
Mr. Zara Canfield.
Mr. Zara Canfield, yes, they know him as that.
Like, you know, do you remember that song, Mr. Dobbolino, Mr. Bob
Dobbolino?
You could actually be Mr. Zara Canfield, Mr. Zara.
Yeah, he could.
Could
But he probably won't.
Well, probably won't.
Who else? What else? They know him as Annoying Bailey from the card shop.
Annoying Bailey from the card shop. I love his jumper. It says, I love hot mums.
They know him as the guy who loves hot mums.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Whose partner is expecting a baby very shortly.
Oh, congratulations.
Very, very soon.
Is that your partner you made just sit outside?
I know.
So you put her out on the couch and wouldn't come in?
Rob wouldn't let her come in. So.
Oh, really?
Ouch.
Wow.
I would invite Amber on this podcast before Bailey, to be completely honest.
Uncle Chop Chop's just joined us from Ipswich Picture Framing. G'day, mate. Still doing amazing things out there at Ipswich. Aussie collector hoop dreams and ball don't lie, Australia.
One of the best NBL podcast ever.
You were going to say best podcast ever.
No, best. Yeah, I was.
Well, Card Chaos is the best podcast ever.
Yeah, I know, but NBL ball, whatever.
Whatever. PSG Rambo.
What's going on?
Mate, we've got lots going on. Mate. As I said, I've got my hat on, so I'm PSG'd up.
Yep, we've got Bailey in here.
We've got Bailey who's PSG'd up.
He's always PSG'd up.
And you've got a hat with I'm thinking it's a horse with a big prick on its forehead.
No.
Or it's a unicorn.
It is a unicorn.
And it's some sporting team.
It is a Major League Cricket team from San Francisco called the San Francisco Unicorns.
And what are isn't there something special about their crowd or their audience?
Their fans are called the Sparkle Army, which is quite fitting for a San Francisco team, I guess.
Do you know what? It's quite fitting for Rob to be in the Sparkle Army.
Definitely.
Because he went and saw Barbie the other night.
I did.
And
with the world's greatest producer, Ruby Pagram.
Ruby Pagram, P-A-G-R-A-M. Did she enjoy it, though?
Well...
Yeah, she's nodding her head. Did you enjoy it?
I did. We sat down. My wife came with us, and Ruby and the other great person out there,
Siegfried, yep.
Ruby sits down and goes, thanks, Mum and Dad, for taking me to the movies.
I like
absolute smash.
That's not bad.
It was good.
That's not bad.
I did like it.
And what do you think of Barbie?
I liked it. I'm probably going to be the only person...
No, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I think it'll be a really good idea.
Well, Bailey went to the other one.
What other one?
The Oppenheimer.
Oh, was that any good?
It was amazing.
Is that the dude out of Peaky Blinders?
Yeah. He's an amazing.
And what's actor. What is the Oppenheimer?
This
is the movie review on the Card Chaos.
It's when they were building the nukes. Like trying to figure all that sort of stuff out. So it was absolutely amazing. I would watch it again.
Oh, really? Was that good?
Very long movie, but very in depth, and you come away.
You had to think. Very much like Barbie, I heard. You got to think a lot.
Don't discount that.
I haven't discounted it.
Yes,
just saying.
I'd like to say to Liam Gazzard, it's a little bit like supporting West Ham United in the EPL. So
wow,
why
are you called the human plover?
That's something new to me. That was last week.
Uncle Chop Chop did that last week, and
the human plover.
So one of the great things with Chop, and we should get him on the podcast one day too as a guest, because and it's highly likely we're going to need someone in the next few weeks with Jez and.
80s Tough Guys just joined us as well, and so did Adam Elsom. Sorry.
Yeah, he just come out with it last week, and Uncle Chop Chop called him
the human plover.
Oh, and I asked Bailey, and Bailey went, I don't know.
Well,
I'd rather be a magpie.
Are you a Collingwood supporter?
No.
Why are you that card guy 98? Was that the year you were born?
It was the year I was born.
Yeah.
Long time ago now.
Yeah. Tell me. Jesus. I was 98, I was 25.
I'd been in the bank for 5 years.
I used to fly drones, so it used to be that drone guy 98.
I thought it was that first.
And I just changed over when I met Rob and I started collecting cards. So because I've only been collecting cards for about a year now. So,
yeah.
Can thank Rob for that one.
Thanks, Rob.
No worries. Absolute pleasure.
Getting back to Barbie, I know we're jumping around a bit.
Yeah.
Barbie
That's what
cards.
the ramble's about.
I know Barbie cards were a big thing previously. Do we have any?
Well, the lady out there, Ruby Pagram, Pagram.
Has she got some?
She's got some.
She's about to bring them in. Can you bring them in, Rubes?
Yep, bring them in. Yeah, I've been surprised that they haven't.
They haven't re-released
something.
Everyone would want a Margot Robbie card, surely, especially the Wolf of Wall Street.
You'd have to get it encased at Platinum,
where she was a very, very naughty girl.
Yeah, apparently her brother wouldn't talk to her for 6 months after that movie.
Yeah, but do you know why?
Because she told him that there was nothing.
There was no nudity, and they all went to the launch of the original Wolf of Wall Street, and didn't tell him that she was going to come out Starkers.
He was probably just rewatching it over and over.
Hey, brother, you sick bastard.
Tasmanian though, aren't they?
Here we go.
Ruby was just on the podcast with those people. They would have been able to grab her.
So what am I looking at here, boys?
We're looking at
Barbie cards. Barbie cards.
This one looks like Rob.
Oh, wow. Didn't take him long. He's on the bandwagon.
Barbie and the Beat. So Barbie
and the Beat.
Barbie's hot. These are the Barbie years cards. 1997 or 87?
Yeah, something like that.
Mattel.
97.
I can't read that.
The biggest thing about the Barbie movie that I found was that Mattel allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
Because apparently they went to Mattel and said, this is what we want to do. They weren't overly happy with it because it kind of makes them out as the corporate greedy jungle.
Yeah.
But I think they really nailed it the way they did it.
So there's the world of Barbie. Montgomery Ward's Living Barbie. Because they're all named Barbie, aren't they?
Yep. Oh, my God. Hello, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Barbie.
That's like Chris in this office, isn't it? Hello, Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yep. And then, of course, they catch up with Ken, and it's, hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken.
And I always wanted to know, and it probably would have been the Wolf Street version of Barbie, but what do they do?
What do you mean?
Because they've got no bits.
And they quite publicly say that.
Do they?
The show, yeah.
Oh.
She says, hello, my name's Barbie, and I don't have a vagina. This is Ken, and he doesn't have a penis.
For a kid's show, isn't it?
Wow.
This is my whole point about
I don't think it's a kid's show, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. It really isn't. And the storyline behind it is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ladies in the office before read out a review that some feminists had done on it, and it was a really well thought through review, and it just said, this is a really good thought provoking movie.
Do you not think people think too much? Because there's a big thing about the transgender movement now coming out because they've gone and made this movie about people with no genitalia. It's like, it's a fucking rubber doll.
Yeah.
That's always, not a rubber doll, plastic doll that's always been like that. I don't know. I just think people think too much.
The bit I loved is that they look at the Barbie world where it's female dominated, they look at the male world where it's male dominated, and they say, really, that's both screwed up.
Yeah.
And that's the underlying story to it.
That's fair enough.
And it was pretty good.
Well, we've got some commentary here. Uncle Chop said, you guys look like you enjoy a good Barbie, mate. I love it.
I ate the Barbie.
I do love a good Barbie. Like one of those...
so many Margot Robbie jokes in that.
Yeah, exactly. We can move on from there. G'day to Josh Fanning and Taylor Shillams.
Taylor's a legend.
As well. So, mate, we've got a new promo.
Yeah,
you told me this morning. You walk in my office this morning and go, people are eating this up.
I know. And then you went, what is it? And I told you, you went... You're giving money away. Sucked in.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you told me I could do what I wanted.
So what was the promo?
So we've got.
How's it going?
We're doing $25 per card.
Yep.
No matter how many cards you do, but this is the big but. If you're a subscriber.
Yep. Are you a subscriber?
Yep. You get the emails. What came out last week?
I didn't check my emails.
Oh my god!
Newsletter.
A newsletter.
I know the answer. We should have briefed him before the show.
I know. A newsletter, and if you go in there's a little bit of a game in the newsletter.
A game.
And it's to find a code word. And people have found it.
Really?
Yeah, we did a word search.
Yeah.
And the irony is there's only one word in there.
What do you mean?
How does that work?
You've got to find
really
the
shit
word.
Newsletter. Just got one word.
No. It's a word search. Remember the old word search? Find the word.
Oh yeah.
And so there's only one word in the word search. We haven't told people what it is.
And they found it.
Yeah, chaos. Yep. And they found it.
Wow. You heard it here first on Card.
Chaos. If you put in chaos, you will get a surprise discount as you check out.
That's pretty cool.
So that discount could range from anywhere between 9.9%. Discount
9.9
or 10%.
That's pretty cute.
But most people will get the top end of this discount.
Reckon? They're going to get the 10%.
10% discount.
So that's $2.50 off an already ridiculously cheap price.
Yeah, but it's only for a couple of weeks, the old
Do you get a free set of steak knives?
No, because we don't have steak. Remember, they won't let me have
So
knives.
do you reckon we could steal some of these off Ruby?
Well, I know where she stole them from, so yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I reckon what we do then. Oh no, we'll do it later.
Yeah,
we'll do it as part of my
there's
wonderful
something to
fucking idea later.
But yeah.
Longest intro in history.
It's fitting though.
It is, especially at the moment. I love that. It's one of the best things ever. I'm going to let it run the whole way. I was premature.
Yes, that was I. Premature.
Barbie
Congratulations.
movie. Sports news.
So
what's
the
going
first
on in
thing
the world of sport?
The first one I want to bring up is really topical, not because of what's happening, but because we got that card guy 98 in here.
Are we talking women's NRL?
No, Women's World Cup.
Women's World Cup even.
Because this guy here was on our podcast a few weeks ago, and when I mentioned that 1 million tickets had been sold, he asked if it was to 50,000 games.
Wow. I see what you did there, but wow. You're going to prove him wrong. That's what you're trying to tell us, aren't you?
Yep. What have you thought?
It's interesting because I actually really enjoy women's sports. I just know it riles you up a little bit, so obviously.
So you just jump in there. I like that. I like that. That's good.
It's been good, though.
It's been good.
Have you watched any of it yet?
I have. I watched after trivia the other night at the Yard, 2389 Gold Coast Highway, Mermaid Beach.
Reigning trivia champion.
Yeah, you guys won.
Jizz on your face was our team.
No, it was called Trivia on Your Face.
Quiz on your face.
Quiz on your face.
I might have just got that wrong.
You did just get that wrong.
That was
and to all the children listening, we apologise.
Do you know who named our team? The greatest producer in the world.
Oh, Ruby Pagram.
She's not listening now because she'd be embarrassed if we.
Yeah, she would be. She just turned her back to the studio
anyway.
wall. But yeah, we got to watch the end of the Aussie game. 1-0. Sam
1-0.
Kerr injury. Tell you what, they didn't handle that real well. Did they or they didn't?
Did you see it,
what do you
Bailey?
think?
Saw a little bit of it.
Well, they're hidden it. They reckon it's been around for 2 weeks.
Yep, it has to be. If
they haven't told anyone, and the fact that they went into the game, it just happened. They then come out and said, "Nah, it's been like that for a little while."
When they were playing, they looked unprepared for it. So
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's like they haven't trained for it. Yeah,
Well,
unless they're just that not that good with her there, because she is a big force.
Oh, well, she's Golden Boot. Did she win the Golden Boot?
Yeah, she did.
Well, whatever it is, she's on the front of FIFA 23.
She's the best female player in the world.
Yep. I think I see both sides. It would have been nice for the fans to know she wasn't playing.
Yeah. Would you still got the same crowd?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Speaking of crowds, how big have the crowds been, Rob?
Well, they've been more than the 200 predicted by that card guy, 98. The crowds have been amazing. And one that, Bailey, if he's read the run sheet, he'll know. But the crowd between England and Haiti at Lang Park on, Saturday night.
Did they call it Lang Park?
Yeah, they're calling it Lang Park.
They are?
Yeah, they're allowed to call it
that.
Lang Park because they're not allowed to call it after any of the sponsors.
Yep, that's right.
So if it doesn't have a name, they would call it Brisbane Rectangular Stadium. But because Melbourne comes up as Melbourne Rectangular Stadium, Sydney Rectangular Stadium.
Not a fan.
No,
Love
but it's
that.
because those stadiums, the only name they've got are
Is
Amy
AMP
Park.
and stuff. Yeah.
But because Lang Park has a traditional name, they call it by the traditional name.
But Sydney's a Sydney football stadium.
No, because it's at the Olympics. It was at the Olympic
Sydney
Stadium.
Olympic Park.
Yeah, it could have been, but they're calling it that one. Anyway, 44,000 something turned up to that game, and the biggest crowd this year for a Broncos game is 43,000. And this was between England and Haiti, and that is the biggest disparity in rankings between any two
So it's ranked
teams.
4 compared to ranked 56.
Yep.
But they only won 1-0.
They only won 1-0. Yeah, they probably took it a bit easy.
Biggest mismatch in tournament history. That's massive.
Yeah, well, this tournament, there cannot be a bigger mismatch unless Haiti make the final and play bloody France or something. Taylor Shillam knows the word, and I think what Taylor knows is chaos.
He knows the word.
Yeah, he knows the word.
You think it's full of chaos?
But it's just been amazing. 30,000 per match on average.
This is the thing I didn't understand. Some of the stadiums only I can't even speak. Fit 10,000 in them, but there's an average of 30,000. Does that mean they sit on each other's laps?
No, this means that in Sydney they had 75,000.
Oh, okay.
And there
I just thought it'd be really uncomfortable in New Zealand. You rock up. I'm seat 52A.
So
I'm A plus 1, A plus 2. Shit, you'd want to be the plus 2, wouldn't you? And surely there'd be some big fat bastard.
Sucked in losers. And then
the poor little lady that's sitting underneath.
On the bottom, and she goes, "Excuse me, I have to go to the toilet."
Yeah, just go there, honey.
Yeah. But the Melbourne crowd's the one that spun me out. They got a bigger crowd than 90% of Melbourne Storm games, and the game was played at 1 o'clock on a Friday arvo.
Pretty impressive.
That is really impressive. So women's sport is there.
Women's sport is alive and well.
I think there's big hype around the World Cup though. I just think a lot of people have been waiting quite a long time to actually be able to.
I still reckon their advertising and marketing's been shit.
Yeah, because lots of people saying I didn't even know it was on. But I think what they did really well was they targeted the soccer family.
Yeah.
And people, I bought the tickets to this in November last year.
Wow.
So they do it well. I'll tell you one interesting thing is though that I bought some tickets that I was going to give away.
To me, but
no, to local card shop customers or PSG got customers, and I ended up giving them away, and then they don't let you transfer the tickets.
Oh, so you have to go with them.
Technically speaking, yeah. So what ended up happening was I actually gave them my login to my Soccer Australia
so you can
account, so they could download it. But they do that because they don't want scalpers, and I'm thinking, yeah, right, scalpers, good on. But then when you see 44,000 people turn
there's
up,
going to be people scalping.
Yeah, and I think it's just a FIFA rule. So maybe for the Men's World Cup would be a big issue, but not so much. And the tickets only become available to you an hour before gates open.
That's cool. I like
it's
that.
actually a really good idea to stop
all these wankers trying to make so much money. Yep. Let me mention a name to you. Brian Harmon. Ever heard of him? Had you heard of him before this week?
No.
So Brian Harmon is a golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just won the British Open by 6 strokes, was it, in the end?
He cleaned up.
But he cleaned up in round 1.
Yep.
Like I think round 2 he was 10 under.
Yep.
And the nearest to him was 2 under. So he was 7 or 8 in front after 2 rounds, and he held on, and he won by 6, which is massive.
But the interesting thing is he was this week, or last week, was the number 26 ranked golfer in the world. Yeah. So we probably should have heard of him.
But he'd also won one major before.
Had he?
Yeah, that was my understanding. I may have made that bit up.
Who knows?
But
hey, what happens if you leave the podcast?
Oh, look at that.
Do we acknowledge you when you...
D4C Music has just joined us.
Looks like we do acknowledge you. No, we miss you, Pugs.
Oh, is that what you were asking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
I have no idea what
Pugs is there. He's spreading the word of Jesus over in the Philippines.
Good to see Pugs.
Yeah, and Pugs, we got a bloke who loves hot mums and he's sitting in your chair.
Not even going to go there. Because I could have made so many comments there, but I didn't. I'm really proud of myself. Anyway, so Brian Harmon won the British Open by 6. Aussie Jason Day tied to come second.
Yep.
He played really well all week. Cam Smith finished 33rd. He won it last year, didn't he?
He did. He won the 150th.
And the big thing about this, obviously the reason we bring it up in Cart Chaos is because of golf carts.
Yeah.
I know Christopher and myself bought a box of Tiger Woods cards. No, I think they were Upper Deck golf cards.
Upper Deck 2001, which was Tiger Woods.
And then we decided we'd open them all.
Yeah.
And we got a number of Tiger Woods rookie cards.
Yep.
And then we thought, gee, that other box looks really interesting. So we opened that as well. So I think we've got a number of different Tiger sets, but we haven't done anything with them. Money or no money? Should we grade them?
Grade them.
Who with?
Grade them.
Definitely with PSG.
Oh, there you go. Good answer.
We love him, don't we?
We still haven't got the boom tissue.
If I was a hot mum, I'd be all over him. But
yeah, that's okay.
Upper Deck, so they stopped making them in about 2003.
Yep.
And there was this massive drought of golf cards. And then I think about 2020, they started dripping some back into the market.
Yeah,
and they've got now Upper Deck SP Authentic and Upper Deck Game Used. A lot of hype when they came out. Kind of hit.
I haven't seen any go for big money.
No, they kind of hit the ground.
I've got one that the driver, it's like the front of the driver of the car. That's pretty cool. And there was another one, some sand out of
that's cool.
St Andrews.
Friend of the show, Stash.
Yeah.
Bought, it might have even been Pugs, one of the two because they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
They bought the sand card at one of the hobby hangouts, which is so cool.
And so it was actually out of one of the bunkers. Sure it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was some pretty cool stuff, but yeah, I don't think it's actually ever...
Hasn't really taken off.
I haven't seen the big money.
I bought a large collection of golf cards off someone once, and some of the cards, they were just awesome, like Tiger Woods patch cards and Annika Sorensson autos. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, everyone knows who.
Really?
Tennis player.
Golfers.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Oh, you're a classic old Bailey. The plover strikes again.
I come from a land down under,
where women throw and men chunder.
Rain, 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 rain,
rain. It's been raining for so long. There we go.
It's been raining.
There's
the palms are gone.
Oh, why don't you come out in the rain? Because you're useless and you're
And
English.
you've got no ashes.
Anyway.
Sucked in.
I
have nothing.
That's the cricket.
I have nothing to say other than sucked in England.
Can I just say, was Australia actually going to win it, though?
No, not a chance.
Oh, they could have won the Oval.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's not that we would lose. Like,
But
losing
this-
that test.
We wouldn't have won that Manchester test. No way.
No.
I totally agree.
But
yes, go on. You
we
go.
did.
We did. We drew. And
So
10
blow that out your ass.
So there's two real protagonists in this. Is Piers Morgan, who is a friend of one of the friends of the show, and Stuart Broad, who's no one's friend. They've both come out on social media saying, "Oh, bloody Aussies, what a shit way to win." 10 years ago, pretty much to the day, both of them on social media saying how great it was that England had drawn a test due to rain and retained the Ashes.
But didn't they then all get, like, knighted?
No, that was a couple of years earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
If Stuart Broad ever gets knighted, I dead set will give up going to cricket in England when Stuart Broad is playing. That is a promise.
But let's be honest, Pommies love to complain about absolutely anything.
Whinge and bombs.
Absolute
That's where it came
screw
from.
'em. Like, good on the Aussies for doing it. Rain, but we won the first two tests, so
So
stick that in your bail.
They were dominating.
They were.
Marnus, friend of the show's friend.
Yes.
Well, we've got a lot of them.
We got a lot of it.
Marnus did get a century,
He did.
which is the first
One of
time overseas in
first one
3
overseas.
years or something.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
Local Redlands boy. He's from
Yes.
down in
Yes.
Redlands.
Yes. Local to you.
Yeah,
England
local,
shot
mate.
themselves in the foot by losing the first test. They did.
Whoever wrote that is 100%. It's Liam.
Liam
But
Gazard.
We trust Liam's words. He's a very learned individual.
So, are you happy we won the Ashes?
Oh, 100%. There's no way. When we started this series, I thought England would win back the Ashes.
5-0.
4-1, 5-0, something like that. Yeah, I didn't think we'd. I thought Bazball on small grounds, but having said that, I think Pat Cummins there's been some massive. There's got to be a massive question mark over his captaincy. I think it's been.
It should have been from the start.
I think it's horrible. What
they're not going to get rid of him, though.
They
He'll be
won't
there for
because
the
he's
next
so
10
popular.
years.
But it shows how hard it is for a fast bowler to look at the field, try and think about the next ball. I'd make Alex Carey captain tomorrow or Travis Head captain tomorrow and be done with it. Like
Steve Smith.
Yep,
Steve Smith. Well, he's the one that's.
He's
doing
captain
it
of the
anyway.
side anyway.
But how do you? Did you ever play? You played cricket,
Yeah.
right? I had a captain one year, and he was hilarious. And we used to get into the centre of the ground before we were bowling, and he used to go spread. That was his field placement strategy.
Just spread.
Just spread.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure that's what Pat Cummins has been saying.
Just
It's just
spread. If you like fielding over there, go over there.
Yeah,
If you don't,
exactly.
just move over that side there.
exactly. But they've been hoping that they've been hoping England get themselves out rather than trying to get them out. I'd love to see them take this head on and
Bazball them back.
Bazball them back. Yeah,
Let's bring that.
yeah. What's
Mate,
next?
Formula One.
Ah,
Danny Ric is back.
how good is it?
I'm loving it.
He's smiling again too.
He's got a fucking big smile.
He's and a
He's
big
got a
nose.
lot of teeth.
And
lot of big
nose.
snorter.
Yeah.
Didn't they break the trophy?
Well, did they break it last night?
Yeah,
I saw the trophy and I thought, geez, that's a strange looking trophy for a Formula
Yeah,
One. It's like a vase.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was like all this purpley kind of thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
were they drinking out of it?
No, it's
I-
Verstappen.
no.
Verstappen's got the personality of a photocopier.
I could be wrong, but I thought.
So Danny Ric tells the story.
They said he's in the worst car by a mile. He jumps in it for the first time. They said if he out-qualifies his teammate, that's a win, which would have been good because he qualified 19th. So
Yeah.
but he made it through the first qualifying period, which they've changed, which is really interesting. I'll get to that in a sec. And he qualified 13th, got tangled up in a first corner incident, went back to last, and he fought his way back to 13th and finished 13th. Which was
That's
great.
pretty impressive.
But then on the other side, Oscar Piastri, my God.
Your man.
My man. I would be wearing his hat if I wasn't a unicorn. That sounds so wrong. But he started fourth, qualified fourth, which was, again, amazing because 5 races ago, McLaren were struggling to get out of first qualifying.
Yeah.
Qualified fourth, darted up the inside, and took second place on the first turn.
Clever.
A few little things happened that didn't quite go his way. Ended up finishing 5th. Again, I don't know what these teams do, but I don't think they like Australians.
Nah.
So they pulled Lando in first, which gave him an undercut, which got him in front of Oscar. And then Oscar had to fight Hamilton at the end. But anyway, finished 5th. He's now 11th in the championship, which is a fantastic start for a
Yeah,
debut.
Oscar Pistorius' brother.
Yeah, Oscar Pistorius' brother.
Wow.
But the interesting thing that they've done now, Do you watch much Formula One?
No, I'm not a big Formula One fan. I get bored because it's so
occasion.
fucking boring
So
watching the cars
the
go
best
round and round. Do you remember that?
And these unique cars, except for the one behind, which is exactly the same. The best part is qualifying.
Yeah.
Right, and qualifying is just awesome. So they have a 15-minute period and the bottom 5 get kicked, and they have another 12-minute period, bottom 5 get kicked, and then the 10 go for it for 10 minutes. It used to be a free-for-all with tyres. They've now changed it, and it's to become more environmentally friendly, that in the first period of qualifying, every car must be on hard tyres.
No matter what.
No matter what.
That's
Second period, it's got to be medium, and the third period, go for it. You're on your soft tyres.
At least it's even, though.
It's even. It's even for everyone. And they reckon it's going to save 3,048 tyres being shipped around the world during the year. So there's a lot of shipping costs, tyre costs.
Go the greenies fucking win
which was
again.
really good. But
Lando, 2 race wins this weekend, and Piastri also had car damage at some point.
did he really? I didn't see that.
Didn't see that
That's
either.
because I didn't watch it.
And Pugs has got to go. Miss you guys. About to head to a rural village. So going to be a busy arvo. So well done,
Mate,
Pugs. Good on you for spreading the word, brother.
Yep, love it.
But so, cards. Talk to me about cards then with Formula One.
So-
Is Danny Ric's cards going to make a comeback?
Absolutely, they will. They've all here in
some of
Australia. They sell like hotcakes. If you can pluck a Danny Ric, you're doing well. We've graded a couple of absolute rippers. There was
What
one
about
check-
Oscar Pistorius?
I've personally bought a lot of his cards,
Yeah.
but there's no, or is there? I don't know. No, I don't think there's anything in McLaren for him yet.
Okay.
They're all
So
in-
who's Danny Ric going to drive for?
He's driving for AlphaTauri, which is the second team of Red Bulls,
A Red Bull.
which is really weird because Red
he
Bull
went back to Red Bull.
Yeah, and Red Bull's top team is like killing it, and their second team is the other end of the table.
You're shitting it.
So we should mention too that Red Bull did win their 13th consecutive Grand Prix.
That's impressive.
Red Bull are the only team to have won a Grand Prix this year. I think, what's his name? Max Verstappen is 100 points ahead in the championships or in the championship already.
Jesus.
It's just an amazing. It is the record. 13 is the record. McLaren won 12 in 1988 when they had Alain Prost driving around. And there is a chance that Verstappen wins 17 or 18 Grand Prix this year.
That's huge.
Yeah, because now that they're saying that the other teams are not really giving a rat's about development of their cars for this year because they can't win anyway.
Yeah, so they might as well save their money.
Yeah, put everything into next year.
Like it's like the end of the week when you get to the bottom of the fridge and there's not much left, and you say to the missus, "What's for dinner? Whatever you fucking want in the fridge." So you end up having a toasted sandwich with like chicken from Tuesday.
Definitely not.
No,
Amber looks after me really
She
well.
does.
Yeah, because
Amber's moving to
I've
my
only
house.
put on like 35 kilos since starting going out with her. So.
Well done. Oh, mate. My wife got pregnant the first time. I thought, well, she likes...
The first time?
The first time she's been pregnant lots of times.
Oh, I thought you meant the first.
No. So what I did was I ate with her because she was comfort eating. So I thought, better eat with you, doll. But then I never went back the other way. But anyway, let's not go there. Tour de France, didn't even know it was on.
I reckon Bailey wouldn't have known either.
But no, it's normally one of those big things on the calendar. What's happened?
I don't know.
One Nut's not in it anymore.
One Knot is not in it.
And there's some new show coming out about him too. What we come? 7th.
Jai Hindley.
Do you know
7th.
Jai?
I do now.
Do you know?
I didn't know.
Do you know
before.
Jonas? Oh, here we go. Vingegaard. Is that how I say it?
It's close. I'm pretty sure. I'm not.
How would you say it?
I'm not going to give it a crack.
Come on, you're a Dutchman.
Yeah, he's from Denmark. What are you saying?
It's close. It's closer than.
It's like saying a Kiwi.
It's closer than the Gold Coast.
True. I think it's Vingegaard. Is the way I say it.
Vingegaard.
But yeah, he won it. My question is, and I don't want to go to about cards. Never seen cycling cards ever, and I reckon there's an absolute huge market for it.
For cycling cards, there's a lot of fucking cyclists around.
Lots of cyclists, and these guys, these teams are so popular. Why wouldn't you? You know,
That's actually a really good idea.
yeah. But anyway, do we think the Tour
Could
de
you?
France?
No, I won't go.
Could you go on? No.
You know, you have a game used.
Gain your syringe.
You could have a one of one nut.
Oh. Well, he's only got one.
That's
then
what
you'd be
I'm
taking his only nut.
Oh, yeah, could have the game used one.
Do we
or a
think the sport is
syringe?
clean?
No. Mate, the guy won 7
Yeah.
Tour de France's in a row with one testicle because he had cancer.
Yeah.
And like that's amazing. Like just for
Even
the fact,
with drugs, it's amazing.
yeah, but the fact that he then got away with it for so long, it's like that sprinter, that chick,
Marion Jones.
Marion Jones. How they get away with it for so long, just let it happen.
Well, that's the other argument.
Well, Russia's looking at doing an Olympics where it just go for your life.
I hear, yeah.
Go for broke.
Well, isn't that what North Korea already do? And the one bloke wins all the golds?
Yeah, that's
Isn't he the president?
Yeah. I doubt that it's clean.
Yeah, he did. He did raise 500 million.
Who did?
One nut for charity.
For charity?
Yeah, as part of that whole live,
yellow,
love, live
yellow
life,
live,
live gold.
the yellow
live
ribbon
something.
thing.
That's the one. But
well, good on him. He's a drug cheat with a heart.
He is bigger.
Just
no
no
balls. The
balls.
heart's a bit bigger
no
than it
balls.
was because of the drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
But and one nut. But anyway,
so we
the other thing we haven't got on here
from
a sports point of view is I've just forgotten what I was going to say.
NBL Blitz?
Nah.
We
should
bring that because the NBL Blitz is coming to the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Gold Coast Rollers won on the weekend. Ipswich Force won on the weekend. So we've got two teams into the semis.
And Chop's happy.
Uncle Chop.
He was. I heard that at the final bell at the Ipswich on Saturday night that he ran on the court to try and get the match ball. No, to just try and get the game ball.
To then get Sobey to sign and make some cash.
Yeah. And he's framing up that game ball as we speak. That's what he's doing right now. Probably in his boxer shorts and tank top. Because that's the kind of shit that he does.
Don't need pants for that.
No, you don't need pants for that. The best place to work and the best way to work.
Do you know I got a question?
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
You better
just before we go on,
money.
I got one message from Bailey. I actually got two. Can you send me the run sheet? And do I have to wear pants?
That was just a joke.
And I said
was always going to
yes.
be wearing pants.
I said yes and no.
I like it.
Yes, I'll send you the run sheet. No, you do not need to wear pants.
Well, I'm glad you have pants on.
Me too.
Well, I don't, but you do, so that's fine. Card Chaos live from the NBL Blitz. We could do that.
There's absolutely no doubt.
Actually commentate the game if I knew their names.
Oh, old mate. They're all old mate.
Old mate,
tall
pal,
mate,
champ.
Tall mate.
Tall mate, short mate.
Tall
champ,
mate who dunked.
And Solby.
Hey, we know that one.
Leaf. What's going on?
We've got a massive Leaf fan in the room with us.
2.
3.
Big fans.
3.
Love the Leaf.
Big fans.
That's Leaf Cards.
Leaf Cards.
That came out a little bit wrong.
Yep. Well, whatever. So we got Bailey to bring a couple of his in. I want to show you that one. And I've taken some photos, so these will go up on the...
It's a 1-on-1.
And no, you can't have it.
I'll show you what I'll swap it for upstairs. Trust me.
A cuddle and a
what about pants?
It does sound like a good trade.
The only thing I'd say, like this is a just to show people what we're looking at and listening to. It's a Leaf 1-of-1 gold Mike Tyson auto.
And it fell off the sticker?
Yes, you have received a autograph card from 2021 Leaf Ultimate Sports. On the front of this card is an authentic Mike Tyson autograph. The authenticity is autograph is guaranteed by Leaf Trading Cards. We hope you enjoy your piece of history. That's fucking beautiful. Look at that.
My only thing is that sign him on the card.
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
But having said that, looks like it's a cut signature.
Yeah,
but anyway, it's really cool.
But he signed over. That's what I'm saying. The actual auto is a bit shite.
But it's a Mike Tyson 1-on-1. I actually bought Bailey from Leaf Direct today a Mike Tyson card to go with it.
What are we going to do?
So this is the other one. So Leaf also do.
Should we go this one first?
Yeah, let's go that one. Do you know who he is?
Pop Century. His name is Cole Hauser.
Okay, so do you know who he is?
No.
Okay, so if anyone's watching...
Maybe I do. Oh, I know. Is this from Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. Rip Wheeler.
Is he? Rip Wheeler?
I didn't have a clue.
I had to get that card.
That's a 1-on-1.
Rip Wheeler.
Well, why is there nothing on the back?
Same as this one.
That's weird. So that's a 1-of-1 Rip Wheeler with a little flashy back. So that's not guaranteed then. Is that what they're saying?
Oh, I think
but that's
a
sticker too. Yeah, what's this one?
Well, this one doesn't
have a signature. This one's amazing, I think.
It doesn't have a signature.
Do you know who John Cusack is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right then. Just checking the youngsters.
He looks a lot younger.
It doesn't actually have the order. They forgot the order.
They do one of every card like that. I think you'll find that's listed as 1-on-1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So they can sell 2 1-on-1s?
Probably. Why not?
Would you like me to sign?
It's Leaf.
Really.
I can sign John
Not
Cusack.
right now.
I'll get Rob to do that.
Maybe later. But Leaf are
that Tyson is sick.
Leaf are doing some really crazy things at the moment, which I think is good for the market because it's something different.
Why does it have such a bad name though?
Because it's unlicensed.
But it's not. So if Mike Tyson signed that, that's licensed from Tyson.
Yeah, but not so much those ones. It's like when you get an NFL An NFL card, they can't have a Cleveland Browns jersey on.
Oh, license for but the actual players physically.
Oh, the players
like the Josh Giddies go for really cheap, but they actually look better.
Yeah, a lot of them.
It's
couldn't agree more.
Leaf look amazing though. Like all of their cards, I haven't seen one bad looking Leaf card.
The one I want is the Brian Gray auto. Brian Gray being the owner of Leaf, and he's inscribed it. Give Leaf a license back.
I like that.
I like that.
That's good.
And that's another card that I bought on the weekend was a Brian Gray in a Superman suit, a illustrated card, and he's holding a Leaf card in his hand.
I like that.
So, but they're doing a lot of different things. So one of the things they're doing at the moment, two things, blown me away. They are selling Panini cards on their website.
Leaf?
Leaf. They are getting them hand-signed, in-person signatures from people that they have got deals with. Right, but they can't sell a Memphis Grizzlies Ja Morant card.
But they can sell an auto hand signed
auto on a Panini card. They encapsulate it. They get the auto.
I like it.
I like that a lot.
Authenticated, and that's what they're selling. So, like, you can get a Ja Morant on a Prism card auto for $350 US.
That's awesome, and that's
and it's all encapsulated.
And does that say authenticated by Leaf?
No, because they're done by PSA or Beckett.
Wow.
They actually physically get that signature authenticated. I'm going to guess they've got a PSA representative there when they're signing it to make it nice and simple.
Yeah, make it cheaper.
But yeah, that's what they're doing.
JSA.
Yep.
Have they been bought by Fanatics?
There is, I believe so. Yeah.
Because it's really interesting because every time we go to a JSA auction, it's actually Fanatics.
Yep.
I wonder if Chop knows that. He'd know that.
Yeah, Chop knows that.
Chop knows
I think
everything.
we talked about it with Chop. Hey, look who joined.
Amber Jolly.
Woo.
Say hi, honey.
Hi, Amber. She's
Hi,
on that side.
I won't be long.
And the other one they're doing, this is really weird. Panini Instant. You know the cards that you buy, the daily cards? So Leaf are buying these up and then getting sticker autos stuck on the Panini Instant cards and selling them as autoed cards.
Huh?
Yep. Huh, indeed.
So it's a digital card or a proper card?
No, Panini Instant, they make the proper cards. So they're the ones where they say we're gonna produce however many get ordered in the next 3 days.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, they're pretty. Sometimes they're cool.
Yeah.
So they got all the draft picks from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these kids had agreements with Leaf to sign cards before they got drafted. And so then they've got them to sign the stickers and put them on the cards.
That's really cool, though.
And then those ones are encased by Leaf. So it's a Panini card in a Leaf case with Leaf authenticating the signature on it.
I don't mind that. That's something that we've been talking about, mate. Took the words out of my mouth. We are looking at. We actually do have platinum standard authentication.
It's on its way, and in fact, I've taken its first submission. I haven't told you about that yet either.
Beautiful. But we also we do in-person authentication, and we've done that now for a little while.
Yep, we've done that.
We've got a few
we
of
actually
those.
did a few with
all the
Trop
Luke
at
Longleys and those things.
Yeah,
well done.
and with Ipswich Force, we did a few of those that we got signed out there for them.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's a little bit different what Leaf are doing, but it's really good.
Allen and Ginter. I love Allen and Ginter cards.
I do too because I'm weird.
And they're so cheap.
And you're weird.
And like they're actually on-card autos.
So like and decent quality.
The Josh
cards.
Giddies that I've got are on-card auto, and to purchase them online is actually pretty cheap.
Because again, they're unlicensed. He's not wearing OKC.
No, he's wearing a suit.
Yes.
Looks pretty cool though.
I like it.
But do you know the history behind the Allen and Ginter set? Because the new set's coming out.
Yeah.
I think hit stores first week of August. So I know that I'm getting a few boxes for myself because I love it. Because you can literally get anything in a box. Have you seen them, Bailey?
I've been in a few breaks.
Yep. So
I got a fish box. I got a fish once.
Yeah, well, I got a centipede once.
Yeah. I got a fish, and then the same one, I think I got an auto Ben Simmons or something.
That'd be right.
That's very random. Random school though.
Yeah. But every year they come out with different subsets. So one year they had world leaders. Remember with Scott Morrison and Jacinda Ardern from down this way? They've had ones with cats. I ended up with a Sphinx cat in a break once, which was a bit sad. But Allen and Ginter they started in the 1880s.
Rob was born.
I was there.
He was there for the opening.
I got one of their first edition cards.
Rob was only like 60 then.
Fuck off. Yeah, so they were a subsidiary of a tobacco company, and they were started to help manufacture cigarette cards. So they started, and then in 2006, Topps decided, hey, that name Allen and Ginter, people may not know it, but it does have historical significance to the collecting market. So they brought back that, and ever since have produced some of the weirdest cards in history.
Which is awesome.
Which is fantastic. Like, who doesn't want to sign... No, they didn't sign the centipede cards. But like last year...
There was 100 footprints on it.
One of my favourites last year was the days. It was like the days like the International Coffee Day and the International Trading
Women's
Card
Day.
Yeah, so they had a card for each one of those different days of the world. They had... what else did they have last year?
I always wanted an International Brett Day. So everyone around the world whose name is Brett gets the day off.
That's
There's a few
every
people.
day.
There's a few.
Oh, there was one with recipes, one with bread. They had different
bread,
bread. So they had a Subway card because that was a bread product.
It'd be
They
a
had,
bit
they had all
stale
these
though,
different
wouldn't it?
things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Game used.
Oh, I don't know.
Bit of mould in the
How much
corner.
of it? So do you like that? You like? I reckon Bailey, it's up your alley.
I love weird.
When I get a
box,
when I get a box, I'll give you a buzz and we'll crack it together.
yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
Liam was saying they had sandwiches. Oh, I love it.
yeah, that's the one. The different breads from around the world.
The sandwich cards.
Funnily enough, they didn't have panini.
They
see
should
what I
have.
did there?
That would have been
Yeah.
funny.
I always wanted to open a bread sandwich shop called How the Focaccia.
Right.
What do you reckon? Oh, if only
We
we
still
had
need
We
that
still need that one
Button, don't we?
because we got the longest drum roll.
We do. But
Ever.
we got this one.
What's going on?
That's you're supposed to say, what's going on?
And then do this
And I
one.
meant to do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And
I'm not
snap the
I'm not
fingers.
as good as Bugs, so
No, you're not.
So,
So you like hot mums?
just like hot mums. Nothing wrong with that either. So my crazy idea this week is that we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Because I can't give these ones to
No, you can't give all of Ruby's cards away.
No, I'm not. I'm going to just give 6 of them away.
Okay.
So we've got 6 cards, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to write something on them, yeah? And we will send these to random people
Off our mailing
off
list.
our mailing list. And if you
I like
receive one, yeah,
I love this.
then you have to use whatever the code is on that card and you get a 50% discount. 50.
Hang on.
What's going on?
I
You do it now.
What's going on?
What's going on, sir?
Oh dear.
So that's the go. So we're going to randomly select them,
Yeah.
or you can give them out in the shop, whichever way you want to do it.
No, we'll send them to people on our mailing list.
Yeah, we'll send them out on the mailing list, but they have a word written on them.
Oh,
Got to write a word on them, like chaos. And then when they put that in the little,
yeah.
then you're away.
But I think that they also should come with autographs from Brett.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll autograph it
Excellent. So
No
Brett
worries.
autograph cards.
as Barbie.
I've had enough of you.
That was
I'm
my idea.
guessing.
So what I'd like to do, and we should have done this at the start.
Oh, what's that?
Who the fuck are you? Why are you here?
Well, yeah, let's.
What's the Bailey story? You were a drone guy, now you're a card guy. Tell us the.
Yeah, and tell us what
Tell
you do
us the
because I know a
Bailey
little bit
story.
about what you do, and it's bloody interesting.
You're born in 1998,
Yeah, so I'm still
Which hospital?
To immigrant
Logan.
parents from Nigeria.
eh?
Logan.
In Logan Hospital.
Oh, not
yeah.
from immigrant parents from Nigeria.
Did your parents' tyres still in the car when they came out? Sorry, bad joke.
It's a very funny joke, and I'm fairly sure I'm fairly sure the car was actually stolen.
the whole
Oh,
car.
wow, there you go. Sorry, they took the car. Much better in Logan. I was thinking of Ipswich.
You've got to have a manual car in Logan, so people can't drive that.
G'day, Seagulls cards.
Yeah,
yes,
he's
mate.
a
I haven't
legend.
mentioned it yet, but fuck yes. Go the mighty Seagulls.
Oh, and just on that, just
Just.
before we get back to you, Bailey, you finally ridded your bet with Chris.
I did. I was up to about 87 kegs, but you know what happened was I was at 30-0. I'm sitting there going, do I send it now? No, I don't. And then I'm so glad I didn't. And then at the end it was like, yep, winner.
Get
That's all
on
it is.
board.
Anyway,
fly
you're born in
Eagles
Logan
fly.
in
Yep.
1998,
October the 1st.
October the 1st.
Oh, just so we know that when to send him a present.
When to send him a Barbie card.
Yeah.
So what's your story? What do you do for a living?
So I liquidate businesses. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much the best way to describe what I do. So,
In what way?
So if there's a business closing down, I'll just go there, buy all their stock, and then on sell it.
Nice.
So
We need to talk.
Yeah. So when Bailey's dealing with people in the card game, they call him a lowballer. But really, it's just his.
Just doing a job.
It's just his
It's a
job.
natural thing
Yeah,
for me.
that's part of your job is what you do. So
I never pay even like 80% of what something's worth.
Good. Should be paying 20.
that's well.
No,
I've seen something-
except from us.
Having said that, he did find something in a business, and he gifted it to me, which was a poster of the Brisbane Bears from 1993,
Oh, nice.
which I got framed up by some guy at Ipswich Picture Framing. friend of the stars.
Some guy.
Yeah, and it was most awesome thing
Make
ever.
good dumplings at
Thank
some
you
guy.
for that.
I'm really happy that you're actually enjoying it.
Oh, mate, I loved it.
Because when I opened it, I didn't know what it was because it was like rolled up.
Yeah.
And I got it and I'm like, I know who will like this.
So he sold it to me for $150.
Definitely not.
No, he didn't.
So how'd you two boys meet?
Car
Romantic dinner, swipe
Car shop.
right, left.
Car shop.
We're in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So the day that I think you're opening at
Yeah,
the
for
card
the-
shop,
for the card shop.
just randomly on my Facebook,
Yeah.
it just popped up the live stream, and you know how goofy he is. And I'm like, I've got to
Nah.
go meet this guy, and drove in and
How articulate he is in his.
I was really scared of Amber for a while
Well,
because she's the exact opposite. So you know how you've got that one person who's really boisterous and
Yeah.
excitable?
that's Amber.
That's not Amber. Amber is the common sense. So I was really scared of her for a while, and then I found out she's just a lovely person as well.
so how'd you get into cards?
That day.
It was literally just Rob. Rob was just so nice to me. I'm like, I'll buy some stuff here.
And
while
what
I'm
you were
out.
doing? You said drones before that.
Drones.
What were you doing with drones? Racing them or
And not race. I'm not that good, but
just flying
taking
them?
pictures of
I
hot
like
mums.
getting like footage and
Perving on our mums in backyards.
only a few times.
Accidentally, of course. Oops, this podcast went south quick. So, what were you doing with the drones?
I just liked when we went away on holidays or something, just getting just getting really cool footage and actually fishing with drones.
Drone fishing.
Yeah.
So you're dropping it or you're watching it?
No, so you'd tie up
This
your
is
line
interesting.
to the.
Have you
actual
not seen that
drone.
before?
No.
Oh, mate, it's awesome.
And yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Did you ever catch fish?
Not really. Some hot mums
Wait a
though.
minute.
I hooked this top once and went, I was like, oh my God, sorry, so sorry.
Everyone was watching. So.
And then cards, what you are probably, is he the biggest
Oh,
in Australia? Collector of one chick.
Go on, tell him.
How'd that happen?
So Zara Canfield, she's an absolute amazing player
This is the worst story ever.
in NRLW,
Yeah.
and she looks like Amber. So
That's the reason you started.
that is the reason. At first, it was just a joke, and then all of a sudden,
And were you with Amber at the start of this, or was this how you
she
picked
knows
Amber
about
up?
it.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, she knew. Okay, that's fine. So
so-
did you go home and go, hey, honey?
This chick looks like you.
She looks like you. How cool's that?
It was
No?
it was actually the joke, like because I was only going to have one because I was collecting a whole set of the young gun
Yeah.
autos, and when I got this one, I'm like, holy dooly, this actually looks like you. And then I got another one, and it just kept going. And now there's a bunch of people that just won't sell to me because they think I'm hoarding them all. Because I am.
And he lowballs the bastards too.
What? How many? Do we know how many are there in existence?
100 of her autos.
How many have you got?
37?
38,
Yeah.
38.
almost 50.
Why don't we start buying on your behalf?
Oh,
Have we done that?
We've tried. And then they go, hang on, you're friends with Bailey, you can go get stuffed.
There's
Yeah.
there's one person that I know that has 10.
Yep.
Can't really strike a deal with him at the moment, so which is a bit
I've
of a shame, but-
tried. I've
Oh,
tried.
really?
And he goes, are you doing this on behalf of Bailey? I went, yeah. I'm not real good at lying to him.
I'm
He
more
scares
than
me a
happy to
bit.
call the bloke.
Let's call him online. He's only around the corner too.
Is he really?
He's not that far from here.
Wow.
He's a nice guy though. I've met him a few times and
Yeah.
he's really good to talk to. But
And why does he collect Zara cards?
he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't. He's a business.
Oh, he just buys because he knows you want them.
Oh
No,
He-
yeah, he cracks
he- yeah,
cases.
he cracks a lot of cases of it. I think people would know. We can't drop his name, but
I drop
Oh, we
everyone's
can.
name on
Glenn.
here. Who we got?
Glenn, Gold Coast Trading Cards. Do it,
Oh, there you go.
Do a
I know
deal.
his boy.
deal. Yeah.
Ah, there you
Oh,
go.
mate.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Starts with a J. Jared.
Jared, that's him.
Look at me go. I actually know someone's
But it's
name.
funny, someone came into the shop on the weekend and we're talking cards, and the kid's 11. He wasn't talking a lot, but his dad was. And he said, oh, yeah, he's got a Zara Canfield auto. And I went, yes, we know Bailey wants it, but he's not getting it.
that's
First
okay.
thing-
I'm okay with that.
He's 11. He wants.
I can
he,
definitely share.
He keeps.
so
He keeps his
You can
cards.
share.
I can share.
Well, I'll happily admit that in the last 11 days.
I want it noted that I had probably the worst line in my head right there,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
That's
say
why I
it.
moved on.
Good work.
Well done.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bought 11 Robert Horry Flawless cards in the last 11 days.
You didn't. You're back on.
I'm still going. But I was going to stop, but I didn't.
No, you did. You stopped buying the crappy other ones.
I don't buy any of the other shit. I just buy
Just the
Robert Horry.
Flawless.
But they just keep coming up now. Like every week there's like one or two come up and
You
I
could
just
just
buy
keep
them.
getting them then.
I know, I got it. And then I get in trouble off Christopher because they go to his ship my cards.
Yep.
And then he goes in.
I'm so happy he doesn't have
pays
mine.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
I'm so happy he doesn't have mine.
Yeah.
I've given mine to. I've given mine to Bailey. I told him he can use it, but
Yeah,
Well, it was
no.
only this morning that I probably would have used it, but I missed out on the Adam Driver Leaf.
Who's Adam Driver?
You know who Adam Driver is, don't you?
No, I know Stuart Diver.
He's in Black Klansman, the new Star Wars. He's Kylo Ren.
He's the driver.
Oh, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
The baddie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
that's not really that bad. Just misunderstood.
No, oh, okay.
I'll tell you, I got a heap of Leaf cards at the National, which is coming up this month, or today, or
August.
tomorrow, whatever it is, next
First
month.
week of August, yeah.
Few days in Chicago
Still
this
waiting
year,
for-
which we should have went to, but we didn't.
Yeah.
I
can
got
still
some
go
great
on your
Leaf cards
behalf.
of the chick from American Pie.
Not
Which one?
Stifler's mother.
Oh, that's
No, the
Mums.
the girlfriend that gets her boobies out
Oh.
in the foreign exchange student.
Surely
Oh,
someone's...
Uh,
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surely
What's
Liam
that?
Gazzo knows this one. Just on that Seagulls cards, I see the human plover has swooped in.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
this
funny.
is
Go the Broncos.
Yeah, go the Bronx.
Yeah, I got that. I got Jenny McCarthy.
Yep.
And 2 or 3 others, and they're very similar to this. It's good
Yeah, they're
cards.
cool.
I like them.
Yeah,
And I also got old mate that was winning.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen and his ex-missus. I got a dual
Denise
signed
Richards.
auto.
That's pretty cool.
No way.
Yeah, so I got
Why
Denise
haven't I seen
Richards.
this?
You have. And
I
you went,
would have tried
and
to
you went,
steal it.
that's amazing.
I should have stolen it.
Yeah.
I saw a Vanilla Ice one and some other
He's on the
actors.
coast at the moment.
He
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shooting a movie with
Sophie.
Sophie.
We should get him on the podcast.
We're trying.
Well, we haven't actually, but I reckon
Yeah, I know.
That'd
Bloke,
actually be really
I know
cool.
a bloke that knows a bloke.
you're kidding.
No.
Wow. We could have had him instead of Bailey.
Bit of an upgrade.
You ready? Have you got a rant?
I'll have one.
Rob's rant.
So people may or may not know that these rants get made up on the spot. And for the last
I think they realised.
52 minutes, I've had to stare at a bloke here. A bloke who's wearing a shirt with the spelling M-O-M on it. The Americanisation of shit these days is just going too far. We live in Australia. That should say mum, M-U-M.
Where'd I buy it from?
I don't care where you bought it from, and no one interrupts a rant. Now, I'm even angrier that my rant has been interrupted by some bloke who doesn't know how to spell. If there's no wonder you're sitting here doing a podcast and not running the country because you couldn't pass school.
I definitely could.
He's done it again.
I thought that was a question. Sorry.
This is typical bloody people that don't know how to spell. Get this shit out of our schools.
Spell.
Teach some bloody stuff like Australian history. We have an indigenous culture that kids aren't taught, and people wear shirts like that. That was Rob's rant. Thanks.
M-O-M.
LOL.
I didn't realise with a Z that the
Realised-
organisation.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it does piss me off, you know.
Well, I don't disagree. I
Kids
don't
bloody-
agree
Why
that
don't you print
much.
some shirts out and I'll wear it?
Yeah. What about I love your mum?
I'm doing it. I love your mum. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to say it. The other one was a little bit too.
No, come on, say it. Come on.
Come on.
Do it. The odd you would have.
Actually, no, I can amend it. I'm queer, no need to stay clear.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's the one I wanted to do.
So don't forget the Centrelink Cup is on this weekend. Logan versus Ipswich. Do not drive.
I haven't laughed this much in a podcast for ages.
That's awesome, Chop.
Chop,
We're
that
all
is a good
parking at your house just to get behind the gates just
Well,
in
it's
case of the cars get.
That's a
saved.
long walk from Logan.
We
to
should talk about how Manly almost lost that game.
They didn't.
They didn't lose, so
They didn't, but they should have.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I lost my multi because Nacho Hines can't kick.
Yeah.
Aren't you related to him?
I am. He's married to his brother's married to my niece.
Well, we can definitely get him on a podcast. I think he's just a wonderful person.
He's a wonderful human being that has an amazing story.
Yep.
And we're going to look at Awesome Humans is relaunching in the
Yes.
next week. We're going to bring on Preston Campbell.
Yep.
We're going to bring on Moira Major. And it looks like we're going to try and get Jason Kadee on.
Oh, cool.
Sobe's
You know who you
going to
need?
come on.
You need Auntie Linda.
I've done Auntie Linda.
Have you?
Oh, I haven't done Auntie Linda, but Auntie Linda's been on Awesome Humans. On that note.
It's been a great week, guys. We will reconvene in 7 days' time on Card Chaos. Have a great week.
Oh, the world is chaos.
Bye-bye for now.
Protect your cards, boys and girls.
Protect your kids.
What do you got to say?
Grade all your cars through PSG.
Oh, we love him.
Oh,
What
I
a
love
way
his
to
hot mum
what a
too.
way to finish this podcast. Come on, Ruby. We got to turn this shit off.
Please let me out of here, Rubes.
back.